Hello, YouTube. It's Denise Mortimer here. And today I want to talk to you about accelerating your money manifesting abilities through clearing your subconscious blocks. Now, a lot of people don't equate manifesting and trauma in the same sentence, but the truth of the matter is, your ability to manifest is directly related to the trauma you experienced as a child. Now, let me explain. Nobody gets away from trauma. Everyone has been exposed to trauma. Everyone somewhere. I'm trying to find where my camera is. I think it's up here. I'm going to look up there. I hope that's where it is. This is one of my first times going live on YouTube, and I intend to go live more often, so I'll get used to how to do my lives. So let me explain to you. Every single one of us experiences trauma in their life. So we experience trauma as when we're children, and we can't get away from it. The truth of the matter is, your family of origin, they may be wonderful people, but they also set you up for having a whole range of limiting beliefs that can really get in the way of you creating what you want. Now, around money, this seems to be a particularly poignant area that if you grew up with not a lot of money, see, can work either way. You may have grown up with a lot of money and you feel like overprivileged. You had more than other kids, so you feel guilty and ashamed about that. Or maybe you didn't have a lot of money and you were always struggling and you couldn't go on school trips and you watched your parents fight about money. And these create traumatic episodes that get locked into our energetic field. So you have a negative experience, something that has shaped your belief system. And the problem is that as a child, when we're children, we're having our first experiences of the world, and those become ingrained into our psyche. And unless we do something to shift the energetic charge of that experience, we carry that with us forevermore. So it becomes the blueprint from which we develop the rest of our view of the world. So if you believe that money's hard to come by, I'm sorry about the lighting. If you believe that money's hard to come by, if you believe that you have to work extra hard for money, that you don't deserve a lot of money, that you need to work, that people like you don't have money, you will make that your truth. And it's going to stop you, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're wanting to create a business online or online or offline. It doesn't matter if it's online or offline, but you're wanting to create this business, but you're telling yourself this story that's keeping you stuck. The way that you accelerate your ability to manifest is by clearing that trauma. Now, trauma comes in all shapes and sizes. It can be a little trauma with a little t, or a big trauma with a big T. And no one's judging whether your trauma is, better, harder, whether your load, your burden to carry was worse or easier than someone else's. The truth of the matter is, trauma is trauma. And if it is impairing your ability to get ahead, you need to cut those energetic cords. You need to cut those ties. And the way that you do that, one of the most powerful and underrated ways that you can change your whole experience of the world is through hypnosis, because it's about reprogramming your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind is a concept rather than an actual thing. You can't take your subconscious mind out and put it on a table, but your subconscious mind is the storehouse of all of your experiences. So when you're going to deal with a money issue, your subconscious mind is going to say, oh, this is how we deal with money. But there's never enough of it, or we have to fight for it, or you have to feel bad if you're given anything, or people take it from you, like whatever it is, because that's what's been ingrained into your psyche. So the way that you undo that is you let go of the trauma, that you have to cut that energetic connection, because when you no longer feel emotionally triggered by something, you change your response. And when you change your response, you change your outcome. So let me show you something here. So the work of Dr. David Hawkins, if I have it here, I think I have it here. The work of Dr. David Hawkins, he talks about the map of consciousness. And the map of consciousness is currently not available for me right here, right now. The map of consciousness talks about the energetic charge of different emotions. And shame, if it would look like this, if it's a chart that looks like this, shame and guilt are at the low end. Shame and guilt are the lowest expressions of human emotion. And when you are living in a place of guilt and shame, you manifest more guilt and shame. You can't manifest the good things if you're coming from the energy of guilt and shame. So when you go back through hypnotic process, when you go back and you reconnect with that root cause, that first time that you made that decision, and you re-experience it, and then you allow yourself to let go of that old emotion, you're no longer a slave to that emotion. You have given up that emotion, and you can replace it with something more empowering. And this is how, like at the top end of that scale of consciousness, I will have it one day, I'll have it here to show you. At the top end of that scale of consciousness, you've got those more empowering emotions, the kind of emotions that are going to bring you the things you want. You can't manifest an abundance of anything powerful, anything positive from a lack mindset, from a place of guilt and shame. So if you've got these old stuck emotions, guilt, shame, despair, helplessness, hopelessness stuck in your system, at a subconscious level, you're going to be attracting more of that. So we want to go back in and we want to clean up the subconscious. We want to disconnect from those old emotions. And what I want you to do is, if you're enjoying this video, number one, I want you to subscribe so that you can see some more of my videos that will be coming in the near future. I'll be doing some more on YouTube. And if you want to find your way out of the subconscious programming, in the comments here, you've got in the little bio here, you've got access to a resource called the Magnetic Money Program. So if you want to break through your money stories, you can access the Magnetic Money Program. There's also a free resource down below called the Sacred Money Archetype, which is going to help you understand why you behave the way you behave around money. So I hope this has been helpful for you to understand the origins of why we get stuck and we cannot manifest what we want. But when we clear the trauma, we become supercharged manifestors. The fact of the matter is, we're always manifesting. We are always manifesting. The problem is, we're not always manifesting what we want because we're manifesting from the stuck energy of shame, guilt, fear, helplessness, hopelessness. My job, my mission, my purpose is to help you to clear that up so that you can become a powerful manifester in the direction, creating all the things that you want more than anything. So that's over and out from me. I hope to see you again. Bye for now. Have the best day.